Hello, let's see. We are here. Okay, so I guess that link doesn't work unless you're on here.
I'm the magic touch.
Yeah, you are. We needed you to join.
I don't know. Zoom has been acting so weird lately. I think because like it got hacked or something like a little bit ago.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Like that's why you either have to enable a
I need light
or
it's hard. I'm gonna stand right there.
Don't
hello.
Oh my gosh, last week when you weren't on and I was like having to like let everybody in and mute people, I was like, this is a full-time job over here.
Yeah, it sure is. All right. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. We want to be respectful of everybody's time, especially Ricky. So let's get started.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Ricky.
How long do you guys normally go?
Oh, just like 4 hours.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Good.
No, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Cool. Let's see. Will you give me
Super
permission to
valuable content.
Yeah, Ricky wants to record. Are you able to give him permission?
Yeah, just click on my name on participants on more and it should say allow record.
Got it.
Boom.
Nailed it. All right, cool. Well, let's just get started. Thank you so much, Ricky, for coming on here tonight. I really appreciate it. I have been following you for a while, and I just love all your content. I'm always referencing you on our mastermind call, so it's like really cool to actually have you on here. But I love like the live circle prospecting videos that you do on YouTube, your 28-day challenge. And one thing that I've really implemented in my business that I've gotten from you is my weekly email. So last week on our mastermind call, I actually shared with everybody like how I set it up, all the content, and just like the benefits that I've received from it. So it's been pretty cool watching you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and that the weekly email is guys, it should be literally the foundation of your business. I mean, there's two things. There's the what avenue have you picked out that you really feel comfortable with in terms of reaching out to people you don't know and creating friendships with people in the market. And then the other part is what vehicle are you using to build personal brand on the back of those great first impressions, right? And if you have that in place, then you have a little machine, because now your job is just how many friendships can I create with people in the market? And then, you know, through your little machine you built, you have a back end personal branding that's just automatic. You know, whereas you can actually accumulate relationships over the years, because when you talk to someone, if you do a weekly email, they're never going to forget you. And so every single person you talk to gets this weekly email, and literally buyers that never bought, people that flaked out, all those people are still accumulating in your sphere, and it just gets larger and larger. And the more people that know who you are and continue to recognize your name and think of, when they think of real estate, they think of you because of this email. The reason I like emails because the way I see it, it's a 90% organic reach. When you use social media or other avenues, you're looking at social media is literally 1% to 25%, depending on what platform and, you know, what side of the bed the algorithm woke up on. So 25% at the most of your followers will see your content unless you pay them money. That's their whole game. They want you to pay money for your followers that actually love you to see your content. Whereas email is much cheaper and you get a 90% organic reach, whereas 90% of the people see it in their inbox. So if you can visualize this and you can think, okay, all I have to do is create friendships with people in the market. I don't even have to try to sell them. I can just let them know I'm here to help if they ever do decide to buy or sell, and then have a mechanism in place where they never forget about me forever, and then I win. Wow. You know what I mean?
So everyone next week is going to have a weekly email going out, right?
I'll tell you guys that on my website, 02diamond.com, there's a free course, and there's a lesson in the course called Ricky's Weekly Email. And it's literally a tutorial of me screen sharing, building the email, right? And then you can click on a link and go and look at every single email I've done for like the last 4 years, the actual emails that I sent to my clients, and get ideas. Like see the template I use, see the structure I do, see the content I show them, you know, and just kind of copy it, like use it, get ideas from it, and kind of make it your own little thing. That's the secret that makes everything work, is that it's original, that you created it. Drip campaigns, you know, like how to cook shrimp etouffee, or, you know, what color to paint your walls in the fall, and 10 buyer tips in the summer is all BS, right? What's so funny, right? What is so funny is when I get an email from one of those agents who have me on the drip campaign, and at the same exact time, I have the same email from like 3 other agents, same subject, open, it's the same thing. I mean, what, are you kidding me? And this is supposed to be a hardworking person that you can trust, that's dependable, that's honest, that's you're literally plagiarizing through another company and letting them send you content. So you're trusting a company to plagiarize and send that content to your clients, and you expect that to work. You know what I mean? So
I think people they struggle so much. This is what I've been hearing from the feedback from my weekly emails, is people are always asking me, like, how do you come up with content ideas? And I literally respond back with, how can you not? There's so much information out there to be able to present to these potential buyers, but it's like, I feel like excuses and like just really struggling with coming up with content ideas. Have you heard that from other agents?
It's real simple, guys. I'm putting it in the chat. There's a video called Weekly Email Ideas. Just go watch it and all your dreams will come true. It's a simple process. There's a video, you click on it, you watch it, you got it. It's easy process.
Now, you have a really big YouTube channel, which is where I originally found you at and fell in love with you, because you're so real, authentic. You put it out there, and, you know, you not only put like how to get like real estate business, but like you talk about taxes, you talk about different accounts that you should have open, you know, like the fundamental side of it too, which is like one of the things, guys, if you haven't been on his YouTube page, it's incredible. It's filled with so much information. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you was, you know, you have your weekly email, you know, what are you doing on the video side of things? Are you incorporating those videos into your emails? And talk to us about that.
No, absolutely not, guys. Listen, I'm going to say it loud and clear. This business, everything works, right? Every single thing that you can possibly think of works. Like, you know, videos, like you say, social media, you know, door knocking, expires for sale by owners, direct mail, you know, network marketing. I mean, everything that you can possibly think of, Zillow leads, buyer leads, you know, every single avenue that you can possibly think of will produce at some level of business. Okay. Here's the problem. You know, as agents who never really own businesses, like most of you probably grew up working by the hour, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know exactly how to, you know, run a business. And so you look at everything that's available to you to build your business, and you think, I have to do all of that stuff. Because if I don't do all of it, I'm going to lose some business over here, or lose some business over there. So I have to do all of it. So I capitalize on every little opportunity. And what happens is we spread ourselves out way too thin. You got to focus on the top 2 or 3 things and go all in and go really hard on those things, and then sacrifice the deals you're losing on the other things. So the reason I'm telling you that is because I don't use video or even social media in my real estate business. Right? Kind of a mind-blowing situation. I don't use social media or video in my real estate business. Do I use it in my coaching business? Yeah, I have to. And I know, okay, maybe I'm losing a few deals here or there because I don't do social media in my real estate business. I'm willing to sacrifice those deals. See, here's the big picture of the business is this. Closings happen every single day, right? Just think about it for a second. Let it sink in. Closings will happen every single day for the rest of your life, regardless of what the market does. Okay? Facts. It's happened every day in the past. It's going to happen every day moving forward. 9/11, 2008, .com boom, the crash, the pandemic, guys. The pandemic. What's that?
COVID.
Look at your MLS and whatever market you're in, and even search other MLSs and other markets, and look at how many closings were happening every day during one of the most scariest moments in history. Right, the pandemic, one of the scariest moments in history. Closings still happening every day. Not only that, properties going under contract. Buyers and sellers agreeing on a price to move forward to close a deal every single day, all day long, even with the shutdown. It just goes to show you. So what you have to visualize now is it's one of those things. Once I tell you, I can't untell you. You know what I mean? Like now you guys all know business happens every single day, and if you're not doing business, it's because you haven't figured out how to insert yourself into these deals. And so the reason I'm telling you all this is because since business is unlimited and there's an unlimited amount of loyal clients for each and every one of you that'll never do business with another agent again, okay, that means what? There's more than you can handle ever. And since there's more than you can handle ever, okay, we don't have to do everything out there that's available, because then we're not going to be as good. We're just going to be okay at a bunch of stuff. We need to be really good at just a few things, right? And what does that do? That's going to keep now your success is predicated on how much you can mentally handle at one time. Because there's as much as you can handle. There's way more than you can handle. It's mind-boggling. There's like this much business available for you, but you can only handle that much, right? There's this much business available for each and every one of you, but you can only handle a dot, a microscopic dot you can't even see.
Yeah.
So now what? You have to do the top 2 or 3 things that just keep you busy on the brink of what you can handle. So going back to video, I don't use video in my real estate business. Why? Because I'm doing 100 deals a year with what I do, and that's as much as I want to do. You know what I mean? So you guys have to find your thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it is video, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, but you got to find those top 2 or 3 or 4 things that you really love and you really feel like are your thing, and really go all in with them, and then ignore all the other stuff. And that's what I did.
I really believe that. There was a business planning training that I did with a broker. We were planning for the next year, and we were in the training, and he wanted us to come with like 8 to 10 lead sources, and we were in that class like making a plan for each one of those things, and I left that class so overwhelmed, and I was like, I just listed all these things that I'm just not passionate about and I don't want to do, and I felt so overwhelmed. And I called another realtor afterwards, and she was just like, CB, focus on what you're doing, try to do 2 more things and be really good at those things. Like this, it was just like too much. So if anyone else is like feeling that way, I agree with you 100% about just like diving in on 3 things and becoming really good at those 3 things. I'm always preaching that as well.
Yeah, a jack of all trade is a master of none, right? And so if you really zero in on those few things that you're good at, like you said, Ricky, I mean, those things are going to tenfold your business.
I mean, listen, video is a great tool. Trust me, I've got 900 of them on my YouTube channel. I do videos, okay? But it's just, when I think about real estate, right? I think about voice to voice, every single deal. Like, I don't care where you get your leads from. At the end of the day, like when you get a Zillow lead or a Facebook lead, or like from the audience that people are watching, like what's the number 1 lead source for everybody?
Yeah. Comment in the chat where you're getting most of your business. I'll share that mine has been all social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. I'm not paying for any kind of leads.
Cool. Listen, I love this. Okay, so the chat is getting flooded right now with like social media and Facebook is top. Okay, I'm seeing referrals. Looks like maybe
referrals.
Okay, referrals are second. This is great. I'm really gonna take you guys somewhere with this. Okay, past clients, word of mouth, referrals, Facebook. Okay, I see a couple that are Zillow. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me talk about social media and Zillow for just a second, and then I want to talk about referrals, sphere of influence, word of mouth, and stuff like that. Facebook, Zillow, online leads. Okay, hit the chat up again and tell me what's the very first thing that you have to do when you get a Zillow or Facebook lead. Call them, get their phone number, respond quick, call the schedule, call them. I'm seeing call. Listen, guys. So hear me out here. You're paying $200. How much is it? How much is a Zillow lead? Let's break that down.
It's more than $200.
Huh?
It's like at least $500 a lead from what I've heard.
Okay.
$1,000 minimum.
$500. Let's just say they're $250, right? Half price, right? They're $250, right? When you are paying, okay, and Facebook leads, how much are Facebook leads?
I've never done it.
I know, but I mean, people are getting Facebook leads. Like I would say Facebook leads are anywhere from like, well, I mean, they say, oh, I spend $0 on Facebook. Yeah, you're posting in groups, you're hitting up your sphere, your friends and stuff like that. Cool. That is the same thing as working your sphere of influence. Maybe you're getting something out of the posting on the groups and stuff like that. But what do you have to do with that lead? You got to call them. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, for the people that are spending $500 a lead on Facebook, you're paying $500 for a random person in your market's contact information you could have met at Walmart, right? You're paying $500 for a random person in your market's contact information that wants to rent a house. I want to rent a house, okay? And what do you have to do the moment? And you're doing that because you don't want to cold call, right? You're doing it. You don't want to. What's that?
It's hard for people to get to Walmart. They'd rather pay this $500 and get this lead than go to.
I understand. I am not saying to go to Walmart and meet people. Okay.
I'm just trying to give an example. That's what I hear all the time. It's like
I'm just saying that it's like it's a random person that you could have met somewhere. Like it's just a random person in your market that you're paying $500 for their phone number and email address. Okay. And what I'm saying is that the moment you get that, you're doing that because you don't want to cold call people, right?
Right.
Would you say that's correct? Like the reason why people are doing Facebook and Zillow and all that because they don't want to cold call people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you pay $500, you get a random person in your market's contact information just to turn around and cold call. You literally paid $500 to do the same exact thing you're trying not to do. So what I'm saying is you can try to, turn this around any which way that you want, but I don't care where you get your leads from, you're going to end up having to call them. And when you call that Zillow lead, they don't know who you are or what you're calling about. So now what? We're right back to doing a cold call. This is a cold call, okay? A Zillow lead is a cold call you spent $500 for.
Yes.
All right. So here's what I say. And then I want to talk about referrals. Why not? Okay. Why not, instead of a random person in your market's contact information for $500, why not spend 2 cents for contact information of an exact property owner you want to do business with? And call them up and just make friends. Don't even try to sell them or try to get them a list or, hey, do you want to sell? Do you want to buy? Who do you know? All that. Right, all that is. I don't want to get into scriptings because I'll go on a rant. But we're calling them to see how they're doing, how their day is. A house around the corner sold. Didn't know if there's anything we could do to help them. Right, we're just trying to make friends. Right, whatever agent talks to the most property owners to create friends and has that mechanism on the back end to create that personal brand is going to win. It's real simple stuff. It's real simple stuff. So what I want you guys to do, right? All the Facebook leads and all the Zillow leads you guys are getting, I want you to do this. I want you to get targeted property owners that own the exact property you want to sell, the exact price point you want to sell in. And I want you to pretend. I want you to play a little trick on yourself. I want you to pretend like they're Zillow leads. I want you to pretend like you just paid $500 for the Zillow lead.
Dang.
In reality, you paid 2 cents for a property owner that owns the exact property you want to sell. But just tell yourself, I got another Zillow lead. I got to call them. And call them and see how they're doing, see how their day is. Tell them you don't want to take up too much of their time, but a house around the corner sold, and if there's anything in the world we can do for you, I'm here to help you, Mr. Seller. I'm here to help you, right? I don't want to sell you anything. I'm not trying to list your house. I don't want to know what I can't do for you. I want to know what I can do to help you. And if it's nothing, great. Is there an agent that you would work with? Because if not, I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Would it be all right if I stayed in touch with you? Bam, what's a good email? It's real simple stuff, guys. This is like elementary stuff, right? 101.
And it's so easy with the dialer. Like you can just sit there and while working on other things while you're on the computer making the calls. And even that woman last night, I saw your live video with that older woman. Oh my gosh, I was cracking up. But I was like, good for her for like getting on the phone and making those calls. She wasn't amazing and didn't have these epic conversations, but you have to start somewhere and you're going to get better.
Yeah. What dialer do you use?
I have the Mojo dialer, but I don't really make calls. I just use it for the CRM.
I got you. Guys, listen, check this out. I see people commenting that they're already doing my program and stuff and it's working for them. Go to zerotodiamond.com. You can save $150 on RedX. Get geo leads and the dialer and go to town. Sit in a room for 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. I call it 3x3. And call as many property as you can. Think of yourself as a politician. It's not Republican or Democrat. You're just calling to let people know that you exist, what you do, that you're here to help, and kind of campaign, let people know who you are. And then boom, on the back side of that, we're going to crush them with this email. And you're just going to boom, boom, boom. You're going to run into deals now because people love your approach. Your intention's there. You're there to help. But then the people that aren't interested right now, they're going to remember who you are forever because you made such a good, great first impression. And they're going to call you when they do decide to do something. They're going to send you all their friends and family. I mean, like, this is like, I don't know, guys. Here, I'll tell you this. You guys, please, somebody, tell me something better than what I'm saying. Property owners for 2 cents a piece, make friends forever, do a weekly email. If anybody can tell me anything better, more efficient, cost efficient, the whole 9 yards, productive, effective, anything. I have begged thousands and tens of thousands and probably hundreds of thousands of agents at this point for a better strategy because as soon as I find it, bam, I'm going to start preaching it. You know what I'm saying?
So I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing for past clients, like to keep in touch with them? Are you sending them some kind of email, a gift, holiday card?
Yeah, absolutely. There's this thing that I do every week. Okay. It's called a weekly email. And I send this thing out. You know what I mean? No, seriously, that's it. Like, listen, guys, this scales your business. You're able to scale your business as big as you, it doesn't matter if there's 10 people or 50,000 people. It still just takes you 30 minutes a week and you're able to scale your business and accumulate those relationships and you let the email do all the dirty work, all the heavy lifting. You don't have to call them and check on them. The email's doing it for you. They call you when they're ready to do something. You know what I mean? You want a business where you're attracting your clients. You want a business where people are coming to you, not where you're having to constantly go after them and put the work in to go find. Listen, this is called personal branding. When you're in the personal branding business, when you're in the sales business, after your sale, you have to go do another sale and find another sale, put the work in and do another sale. But when you're in the personal branding business, you're not in the sales business, you get out there and do the sale, and then that sale turns into 10 to 20 deals over the life of your career because you're continuing to build personal brand with that person, and they send you, it's repeat business, referrals, and referrals of referrals. Now you really got, now you got something. Now, if you think about it, every relationship you put in place, regardless if they want to buy or sell or not, is worth 10 to 20 deals to you over the life of your career. Now, every single person you meet, whether they want to buy or sell or not, you make friends with them, you have a great conversation, you do the weekly email, you just did 10 to 20 deals. And now every person you talk to, you're just stacking up 10 to 20, 10 to 20, 10 to 20. You only had 3 good conversations a day, but no listings, no appointments, no nothing. You literally did 30 to 60 deals that day, future deals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the way you got to think if you want to go big. If you want to be an average agent and you just want to kind of just make that 50 to 100, 150, 200,000 a year, great. But if you want to go, if you want to be an astronaut and go so far that people can't even see you, then this is the way you have to think. You have to think about how we're going to build personal brand, accumulate relationships, whereas they will remember you forever. You're giving them original content, a piece of you. We got a hurricane coming our way. We just had one 2 weeks ago, devastated us. And today my weekly email was about the hurricane that's coming, right? And just gave them information and let them know, hey, if you need me to go down and move balcony furniture off your balcony or check on your property, like that's what I'm here for. So when those sphere of influence people, you're not checking on them every once in a while, whatever. This is how I capitalize on, like, they know that I'm here. They know that I'm here to do whatever I need to do to help them, you know what I'm saying, take care of their place or whatever it is.
Love that. I heard so much about mindset and shifting your mindset. And then, you know, it really comes down to people first, right? You know, you're not here to sell them anything. You're here to be a human being to them. And I love that.
Provide value. So are you giving this $25 gift card to when you go to listing appointments?
What now? What's the question?
Yeah, are you always giving like a $25 gift card like when you are going to your listing appointments?
Yeah, anybody I show property to or anybody I show property to or go to a listing appointment, I give them a $25 gift card to.
Are they appreciative of that, or do you think that they value that gift card? I've never done it.
Listen, it's not the same for everybody. Some people,
Yeah.
I think most people do appreciate it, but the thing is, I'm not doing it for them.
Right.
I'm doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it to know that I provided value, that I try my best to show them how much I care. However they receive it is out of my control. I can't control how they're going, if they're going to appreciate it. All I can do is give it to them and hope they enjoy the meal. You know what I mean?
Is the $25 gift card is a tax write-off, right?
Yeah.
You write it off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's not a huge write-off, you know what I mean? It's $25.
No, yeah.
I'm writing off like $5, so.
I feel like it adds up. I'm trying to get more and more write-offs because I don't really spend that much in my business, so it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, you know. I mean, if you're making a lot of profit, it's okay to pay taxes. Hey, you know.
Yeah.
You know, don't just here's what I would say. Don't just like find stuff to just spend money on because it's like, oh, it's a write-off. You know what I mean? That's still money that you're, you know, basically throwing away on something just to get a write-off because you're only writing off 20 to 30% of what you're buying.
Not getting the full value back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could actually pay that 20 or 30% on that money and actually keep that money to do something good with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm probably going to go to one more question, but give me just like 60 seconds because a lot of people are talking about referrals.
Yeah.
And I just want to clear the air about referrals, sphere of influence, word of mouth and stuff. That, guys, listen, that only plateaus, that only.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Is it just me?
I'm like, is it just me?
I'm here. Ricky's gone.
Your business complete. Did I freeze? I'm back. What did you
back.
guys, where did you guys lose me?
You're good.
Plateaus.
Plateau? Was I like this?
Yeah.
All right. So once you build your business up to a certain income level, as soon as you start living off referrals, past clients, and you know, referrals of referrals, all that stuff, your business completely plateaus, and you don't see that exponential growth year over year. The only way to see that exponential growth year over year, if you're building your if you continue building your database of people you don't know that you never talked to before. Living off your referrals and sphere of influence is not going to get you to the next level. That's only going to maintain your business. So, for example, like I got up to $1 million back in 2017 was the first year I hit $1 million. That was the year I stopped growing my business at all. And I've literally been living off of my past clients and referrals to the weekly email, and I've hit the million. So when you like, if you want to get to say, you know, 400,000, you have to continue building your database till you get to that number. And then you can live off your database and maintain that number. See what I'm saying? So if you guys are stuck, if your income is stuck at, 150, 250 or whatever, even 500 or 600, you're trying to go to $1 million. This is the missing piece of the puzzle. It's because you're living off your referrals, expecting that to take your business to the next level. It's not going to. It's just going to maintain your level of income, right? So visualize that.
I love it.
Yeah,
Okay. We have 1 minute left. I have one question.
go ahead.
Someone had asked tips for getting started with your YouTube channel.
Tips of getting started with the YouTube channel. Well, the thing is with YouTube is everybody starts at 0 subscribers. So it's okay to do your first video if it's horrible because nobody's watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So the thing is every video you do, hopefully you're trying to learn how to get better and better and better. Right. You want to get a little better, a little better, a little better. But what you need to realize is that every video you do is practice. It's all practice for when you actually have subscribers. So like when you get up to 50 subscribers, it's all friends and family and stuff like that. Look, just put content out there and just continue to get better at your content. Don't worry about the views. Because I remember when I was at like 600 subscribers and I was so frustrated because I was putting out so much content that I thought was great and I wasn't getting any traction. I wasn't there. I mean, it was nothing, it was like 100 views a video and no subscribers. And I was like, what? How do you grow? How do you do this? And
keep showing up.
What's that?
You got to keep showing up.
You do. It all boils down to, and a lot of people seriously, for a year, it took me a year to get to 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
And then the next year I did 20,000, you know what I'm saying? So that year, it's man, it's a lot of work. And so I think what you need to know if you want to grow a YouTube channel is that it's going to be a ton of work. It's going to take a really long time. You got to be in it for the long haul. You can't just do videos for 3 months and say, oh, well, I'm not
It didn't
successful.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not successful. It's the same thing agents do. They'll make calls for 3 months. And because they didn't make $1 million, they go try something else. And everything they try, like I say, comes right back to just talking to people on the phone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. One of the questions that I had was, Stevie and I talk about this all the time. We don't have failures, right? We always have lessons. And so whether it's through COVID or just your business in general, because we have people on here that have been in the business a week and some that have been in the business for 10 years. What's the number one lesson that you've learned, throughout your business that we could all take and learn from too?
I think the biggest thing is that when I made a meal and lost it all in the crash and, read all those books and did all that stuff. And, I realized that a lot of my clients that I represented at the top were still buying at the bottom when I was working on an oil rig and I was roofing houses and sleeping in my car and stuff. It really opened my eyes up to this whole thing about making the business about people. And, what I see in the industry is a huge disconnect between who people really are. Like you guys, I can tell by how intense you're watching this, that you really care about people. You want to get better. You're dependable. You're honest. You're hardworking. You're professional. You're everything people want in an agent. However, you haven't quite figured out how to communicate that and make people feel that, your prospects, when you're talking to them. Like if you're talking to a stranger, how do you communicate to them and make them feel how much you care about them and how hard you're going to work and how professional and honest and everything you are? What the problem is 1980s rolled through, right? And the Tom and Mike Ferries of the world said, hey, we're gonna sell these scripts that make agents sound like robots, number one, and that they only care about money, number two. Would you consider selling your house? Who do you know the ones like that? If you're not motivated, I'm going to move on. It's so backwards from how reality is right now, right? And I think there's a huge shift in the market right now. As the digital age happened and real estate consumers started to go online, right? And buyers started to buy their properties and find their properties online, pick their agent, that was a shift. where buyers kind of move to online, right? I think we're in the middle of another shift, whereas buyers are researching online, but when they pick their agent, they're not just picking the agent that's right there online because they had a bad experience by just picking an agent they had no idea anything about. And I think that we're having a huge shift towards, consumers using agents that are friends with them, that they have a friend in the business, that they knew somebody referred. Referrals, there was a huge shift from people that did business through referrals, like their friend referred them to an agent. That went way down. And people chose their agents online, went way up. I believe that we're in the middle of a shift back the other way, where consumers want to deal with agents that they know, that they already know, and that they trust, and that they feel comfortable with. And so I think the number one skill level should be, how do we communicate who we are as a person, that we care? Like me right now, you guys can hear it down in my soul how much I really want to help you guys. You can hear it. See, I'm really good at communicating who I am and being real and genuine and honest. I mean, the easy part about it is that I'm not trying to sell you anything. Like, I don't charge for coaching. I don't want a dime from you. And so it's easy for me to be myself. So that's what you have to do in your real estate business. You have to enter into these situations with prospects without expectations. When you enter into these situations with your prospects without expectations that they're going to buy or sell, that you just want to help them and be real with them, then your business is going to blow up, because then you're lining up who you are and how you're communicating, and people are going to love it. It's going to be different. They're going to be like, man, I've never really met an agent like this that actually cares. That's what you're going to hear. You're going to start hearing, and then your business is going to, you're going to experience that exponential growth that you want to experience.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like that's how we can stand out in this business, is like showing that we really care. And I feel like that's what's been beneficial for me. But we want to be respectful of your time. I'm so appreciative that you came on. This was so awesome. A lot of fun. I can't thank you enough. And yeah.
If people want to find you, where should they go?
Everything, all my stuff's at zero2diamond.com. You guys can sign up for free coaching. There's a 90-day action plan. My YouTube's there. If you guys want to reach out and just say hi or have a question or stay in touch, Instagram DM's the best there, because I answer every single message there every day.
Awesome. And if they have referrals, what market center are you working, Ricky Carruth?
I'm down in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Woo!
Yeah,
Awesome.
right on the borderline, right on Alabama, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. And it's beautiful. There's white sandy beaches, $1 million condos. People don't really realize it. It's the Florida Panhandle, just kind of comes sneaking into Alabama, and it's about 40 miles of just beautiful white sandy beaches. So I grew up here, and I'm kind of like the king down this way.
I bet. I signed up for your weekly email. Is there a way for other agents to sign up for that?
Go to the free course and click on Ricky's weekly email.
Okay.
You can sign up there. You can see all the emails that I've done for years, get ideas. There's a tutorial where I screen share my computer and build an email. And like I say, just reach out. If you guys have questions, please feel free to reach out, because I love questions and stuff. So Instagram DM's the best place. If you guys have questions about the weekly email, or hey, if you want me to look at your weekly email and kind of critique it and stuff, just hit me up on Instagram and send me the little link to your email, and I'll take a look and give you a few pointers if there's something, hey, don't make the font so big, or hey, don't talk so much, or hey, you know what I mean?
Boom. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, Ricky.
Yeah.
Thank you. Guys, we will have this recording up on YouTube in a couple of days. I see some people asking where they can rewatch it. And then, go visit zero2diamond.com. Thank you so much for all of your insight and your time tonight.
Absolutely, guys. I enjoyed it.
Alrighty. Take care.
You guys be good.
Bye.